Rajdeep, is this your sense as well, that there's a long queue waiting for the green signal, waiting for the entry welcome sign from the Bharatiya Janata Party, and others would want to jump ship as well?
You know, Rahul, and I think I'll take off from where Rashid left off. The fact is that today the Congress is no longer seen as a party of power, and the Congress was always seen as this big tent which could accommodate different conflicting, contrasting ambitions, because it was a party of power. Today, it's a party of opposition. So what can be offered to a Jitin Prasada? You know, politics has become careerist. I think Rashid made the point, many of these politicians who are leaving are dynasts. They're entitled, they've had soft landings in politics. They've never really had to come out of the grassroots. Those who come out of the grassroots, like a Sharad Pawar, like a Mamata Banerjee, if their ambitions are not met by the Congress, they have the capacity to form a regional party of their own. These dynasts don't. So they look at the BJP as the party of power, not so much ideologically, but simply as a party of power. The only ideology, in a sense, is the politics of power, and some would call it opportunism, but in a sense, that's what's driving them. And let's be clear out the timing of this. At a time when the Uttar Pradesh government has been under pressure on the pandemic, there have been question marks over Yogi Adityanath's leadership. There have been question marks over the so-called Thakurwad that is being practiced in Uttar Pradesh. And importantly, at a time when within the Congress also, Priyanka Gandhi Vadra is seen as the person in charge of Uttar Pradesh. So in a sense, that entire generation, which includes Jitin Prasad, who probably thought that their next step up was to take charge of Uttar Pradesh, even that's not happening. So within the Congress, their ambitions are not met. It's no longer a party of power. They can't be given Rajya Sabha. They can't be made ministers. Where do you go? Go to the BJP, where Jitin Prasad may well contest a Vidhan Sabha election and at least become a minister. You see, that's the problem. When politics gets de-ideologized, when there's no ideology apart from power, then you will have the shift where the BJP, which once spoke of a Congress Mukt Bharat, is now becoming a Congress Yukt BJP. Hemanta Biswa Sarma, Shuvendu Adhikari, well, Trinamool Congress, of course, in his case, but Jyotiraditya Scindia, and now Jitin Prasada. And as Zafar Islam says, Rahul, many more, I believe, are in the queue. There will be those whose ambitions are not met in the Congress, who will certainly look at the BJP now as an option. The BJP will be careful. They will choose those who benefit them in some way, electorally or in terms of the optics.